Today I'm doing a writing vlog. Yeah, my hair is really curly because, when I'm writing, I just don't care. But yeah, so this is actually the end of the day. I'm gonna try to start this tomorrow, but I'm a writer, okay? That is like the number one thing you should probably know about me. I haven't uploaded to this channel in a while. And that's only because, I've been really busy this whole year. My main focus was actually to finish the entire first draft of my novel. And I did do that within the first 2 months of the year. And then my next thing, I know that generally it takes a really long time to write books, trust me. I've literally written so many. And I'm not talking about my poetry books, all here and linked in the description if you're interested in those. But I'm not talking about those when I'm saying I've written a lot. I've written a lot of lengthy novel type books, and there was one I've been writing since I was like in 8th grade. Yeah. But yeah, so the one I'm writing right now, it's a ballet story, theater academia. Thriller. Can't really get much into it other than that. But yeah, so that is what I've been writing. I have a whole writing playlist that I listen to. I literally called it Songs to Write To. You can check it out here. So yeah, is it up here or is it up here? I don't know where it is. But anyway, so yeah, I've been writing all day, as I have been every day. Generally, I write every day because that's my job. I'm a full-time writer, so I don't even know what number chapters I have, to be honest, because I never numbered the chapters. I just put, like, depending on which character's internal dialogue is at the time, like who we're seeing the viewpoint from, is what I put on the top. And I'm giving each chapter an actual name, so they're not going to be numbered. I mean, I'm sure they'll be numbered when they're actually, published and in a book, but it's not like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. Like, it's title of a chapter that encompasses the entire chapter. So yeah, I really like books that do that, because then it's like a little peek and a little preview of like, what could this mean? And I have fun with that. I don't know about you, but I have fun with that. This is the end of today. I can't believe I'm starting this writing vlog at the end of the day, but I just finished writing. It's grueling being an author, being a writer. It really is, and people just don't get it a lot of the time. But it is the only job, the only thing that I've done that hasn't given me burnout. Like, I got burnout with my webtoon. I got burnout with, obviously retail and fast food. Like, that burns you out like nothing else. If you want burnout, work retail. But writing is the only job I can do where I don't feel burnout. I can constantly do it. And I have set up my writing time because I'm fortunate enough to be a full-time writer. I know a lot of people kind of have to work around their schedules, but for me, I'm fortunate enough to be a full-time writer, so I block out literally from 10 to 6 or 11 to 6. It depends on how I feel during the day. And that allows me to keep the fire burning, the passion going for my creativity. So I never get burnout. And I actually tried this I tried it at the end of the year while I was still writing the first draft of my novel, and I figured out that it actually works really well. So I tried it for the first half of the year, or like the last half of last year, until, I finished the first draft of my novel, and I realized, like, wow, I actually got a lot done doing it this way. And that's what works for me. You don't have to do it that way. I do take breaks in between if I need to, for my body mainly, or to just, like, decompress, to eat, those human things we have to do. But I can promise you, if I did not have to be a human and all I had to do to survive was write, I would do it. And I think that's kind of the goal in life, to find something that you love enough that if a theoretical type of world you could imagine, oh, my hair, in the scrunchie. In a theoretical world, if you could like imagine it and you didn't have to do anything else, like imagine you're not a human, you don't have to eat, you don't have to like use the bathroom, you don't have to do anything really aside from what you want to do. Find that thing you want to do that will never make you tired and do that with your whole heart. There's no way you can fail if that's what you do. At least that's how I feel about it. So yeah, that's the video today. We're gonna vlog, we're gonna well, I'm starting it at the end of this day, but it'll be a full video by the end of this video. I'm probably also going to be working on my webtoon. My webtoon does burn me out. I get really bad burnout with my webtoon, so that's why I don't really update it as much as I used to, because when I was updating like every week or every other week, I was getting a lot of burnout. I was really tired. I was not happy. Writing doesn't do that to me. Writing I can constantly do it, but with the webtoon I have to like be in the mode to do it. Like if I don't sleep all day, then I can do the webtoon, because I feel like drawing and coloring and stuff like that is very therapeutic when you're tired, and I don't really have to use my brain for that because I've already written out everything for the webtoon. I don't really have to write anything now. But for writing, I do actually have to use my brain. I have to formulate the sentences, especially now because I'm in the editing phase of my book, so I have to actually do a lot of mental work to make sure the words make sense and make sure the sensory details and all the vividness and, you know, all those writing techniques and stuff that you learn in school. I have to make sure that my brain is working up to par with that, and if I don't get any sleep, I usually work on my webtoon. I'm using my webtoon more as like a side hustle, I guess. If it gets picked up by Netflix or something, then maybe I'll prioritize it a bit more, but you know, to be like a K-drama or even like a normal drama just in general, I'm like manifesting for it to be a K-drama. We'll see. I've done a lot of research for this book, and once the book is actually in its publishing stages, so I'm not gonna self-publish this one, at least I don't really want to. I want to traditionally publish this book because I just feel like it. I didn't want to self-publish the poetry, to be honest. I wanted to traditionally publish it because, like, you know, I'm not super rich. Of course I am, I'm manifesting, but anyway. But I didn't really, there was no one taking poetry when I had the poetry books, and I just wanted to get rid of them. Like, I'm like, oh, I can't just have this sitting here. You know, it was just really, it needed to go. It needed to be released into the ether, or released into the world. So I self-published all the poetry books, but I would consider myself a debut author because, you know, I've never traditionally published a book, and I've never published a novel, so it's my first novel, and I'm really excited for it. I can't say much about it in general, obviously, because I don't want to spoil it. But yeah, I've done a lot of research for this one, like a lot, and I can't wait to share it with you, but that'll have to be a video I do after it gets published, or at least when it has a publishing date. But I would rather kind of do that after the book's been out for a while, so that I wouldn't really be spoiling anything. And of course I'll put spoilers in the title just in case, but yeah. So that's my hula hoop. Her name is Constance. I name all of my inanimate objects. That's the lady on the moon. I painted it. I know she looks very little, but actually she's really big. I love her. But anyway, and I do want to hang up other paintings around my room, but I need to figure out what exactly I'm doing in my room first. But anyway, so yeah, that is this video today. I'm gonna continue this tomorrow. Doesn't she just looks so beautiful with like the low light? Something about nighttime is just so inspiring for me. And this is Lady on the Moon. Isn't she pretty? I want to do like a room makeover type situation. I really want to put fairy lights around her and kind of more or less a canopy situation for the rest. Nightmare Before Christmas, because I'm spooky. Anyway, hey! So, it is the next day. I have my hair up in a little bun because it's not even a super heavy bun. It's just a messy bun that is not too heavy. I have my Miss Dean Winchester Supernatural cup that I've literally had since like 2014, 2015, 2014. I don't know, but I've had this for I think 2014. I got it my first year of college, my first semester of college. Yeah. I've had this forever, and it's literally the only mug I have that has actually not broken. Got some chai tea because I cannot do coffee, guys. I can't do coffee. Tell me, like, tea is enough to keep me awake and aware. I really just prefer tea because when I have coffee, I get jitters, I get scared, I literally end up in the bathroom like all day, and I'm just like, no, I like just having something to keep me, you know, focused, aware. Calm awareness is what I like, and tea gives me that. I really like chai tea with a little bit of creamer. It's just great. My mom made it for me, and then she taught me how to make it, so now I make it. It's calm, it's safe, yeah, I very much value safety and security, and tea makes me feel safe and secure. So anyway, I'm about to start. It's like, I know the lighting is a little bit like weird because the window is over there, but when I had this facing the window, my eyes were hurting really bad from the sun, like the brightness that is outside. I have my Word document open and I'm gonna start writing. It is, what is the time right now? 11:41. Yeah, I'm a little late. Me and my brother were having a passionate conversation about anime, of course. But yeah, so 11:41, like I'm starting a little bit late today, but that's okay because I've realized that most of my creative kind of flow happens within like maybe 3 or 4 hours, so that's still within the window of productivity for me. 3 to 4 hours once I get into it. I haven't even really figured out like my routine in terms of, you know how like most, like, well, not most, a lot of well-known authors have some kind of like writing routine. The only thing that I do every time without fail is have chai tea, but that's just a normal part of my everyday. And you know, I also listen to, well, I talked about that yesterday. I listened to a playlist, mostly classical music, but if there is some with words, it tends to be slowed so that it doesn't interrupt the flow of my writing. Because I notice sometimes when I listen to music that has words, I get confused, and then I end up writing the words, and I'm like, whoa, this is not what I meant. Like, whenever my family is, like, arguing outside, and I can't write because then they're talking really loud, and then I end up writing what they're saying, and I'm like, I don't want to spill all the family tea in my book. There is a time and a place, and this is not it. I don't know if any of you can relate to that, but yeah, so... I tend to not write when that's happening. I usually do my webtoon whenever someone's being loud or if I don't sleep or stuff like that. So yeah, also because of my neck situation that happened, I tend to always remind myself to like pull my shoulders back and write I'm not gonna film that. I will update you throughout the day of what's going on. I don't know if it'll look any different though, because it's always gonna be from this angle. And no, it's like, I gotta get like a ring light or something so that this is not so, or get some curtains to just cover that brightness over there. I have a light here, but it's not gonna make a difference. I don't think. I don't think it will. Hold on, let me try. Yeah, like it doesn't, it doesn't really make a difference. So, you know, but if I had a ring light or something and some curtains on that, that would probably do a lot better in terms of like the lighting. But this is just how it is. Because let's be honest, priorities, army. I've been streaming the BTS everything. I made a playlist on my Spotify that's everything BTS, and I've been streaming that just to help the dudes out because, you know, why not? Anyway, got my ballet story. That's what it's called for y'all. I'm excited for this. I have to go back and see what the previous chapter that I wrote looked like, because there were some stuff that were a little bit sus. But yeah, so I'm gonna get to writing now. It just came to mind for me. I was editing my book for, I'm editing my book. There are a lot of words, and I did say this was a thriller. So thrillers generally are between, adult thriller, this is an adult thriller. Thrillers in generally are between, I looked up the page count, or word count and page count, word count of thrillers, and it said it's between 80,000 to 100,000 or 90,000, in between that range. 100,000 is pushing it. My book, as it stands right now, is 128. No, it's actually 129,000. It's basically 130,000. When I finished writing it, it's 130,000, and I'm like, this is way too long. I want this to be a standalone for one. I do not want to make this a multiple book series, because I feel like in general thrillers don't really work like that. Mysteries can, if you have like a detective and they're doing things and they're solving different cases every book, then that kind of makes sense to have like multiple books. But this does not make sense. This book needs to be a standalone by itself, so I have to cut it down a lot. And I do know that there are parts that are kind of redundant, and I can pick them out and figure out where that's happening and where I've been over-explaining, and take that out completely so that the reader can kind of put the pieces together themselves, because that's kind of what thrillers are. You have to put the pieces together, and then you have all these kind of, oh my god, is it this? Oh my god, is it that? Oh my god, and then it kind of throws it out of some random thing that you weren't expecting, and then you're like, oh my god, wait, what? I'm trying to have those kind of effects in my book, because that's what thrillers are really known for. So there's that, but there's also like, there's inner dialogue, there's some red herrings, just in general, like, you know, there's a lot of those. But yeah, this book, it's way too long. And when I first started writing, I never had a problem with this. I never had a problem with word count. I always had to write more when I first started, and I think that's something that most people go through. Now I don't really have a problem with getting more words. Now I have a problem with having too many words. It's like the exact opposite, and I'm a Libra. I need balance, like, and so I'm working through this right now. I'm trying to, mainly for the first draft of edits, I guess. I finished the first draft of writing everything, but for the edits that I'm going through right now, like, you know, the second draft. So as I'm going through that, I'm kind of taking out a lot of stuff. My point is, I started at 130,000, and right now I'm at 128,900. So I've only taken out less than 2,000 words. And there are some things I'm adding more to it, and I'm also taking away a lot. I'm changing how things are worded, because that's just what you do as you edit. But yeah, I always had a problem with underwriting, and now I'm having a problem with overwriting. And it's not really, I don't think there's any info dumps here. I am explaining kind of the place they're in, but it doesn't require that much because it is based on the world we live in. So there's not much to really talk about there. It's more just the area, like the place itself that they're in is what I'm kind of describing, but at the same time, you don't have to overdo it, like, and I'm not overdoing it. It's just there's a lot of stuff that happens, and there's even more stuff that I haven't fully dived into yet. I just kind of scratched the surface of it in the first draft, and I'm gonna expand on it more, but that's also a separate thing. So I ended up looking up a few thrillers. I looked up the most successful thrillers, and I looked up how long the word counts were of those, and a lot of them were in the 100 range, but they were between 100 to 110. I think it was 110. Maybe a few were 120, but that's really pushing it. So I'm trying to at least cut it down 10,000 words. If I can do that, then I would be happy. But I also, maybe I'll start a new trend. Like, I'm literally that type of person. I will start a new trend, maybe. But yeah, every thriller after mine is gonna be like 150 words, 50,000 words. Like, I don't know, but that's the problem I'm running into right now. It's not really a big problem. I'm just very descriptive, and I use sensory detail. It's just more like which sensory detail is most important in this particular scene. That's what I'm running into right now. But anyway, let's get back to writing. So, we've reached the end of this vlog. I'm in my PJs. And my hair is up in a bun still. The day kind of went a little bit weird. There wasn't much to update after my last update in terms of the book and stuff. I don't know what's happening outside. It's sus and I'm afraid. So yeah, that's the end of this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. Shadow hopes you enjoyed it as well. I wanted to end these vlogs just with a little shuffle of the self-care deck, and then we can all just do whatever the card says, or something similar. So I'm gonna go get that deck real quick. I'm using this one of my favorites. It's the Sacred Self-Care Oracle. There's a sleeping lady inside, or a sleeping feminine rather. And oh god. And this is actually really cute. Take care of yourself so you can shine your soul's light. I just think it's a cute deck. It's a really nice message, and there's also a guidebook. I don't think I'm gonna read from it. The cards are pretty self-explanatory. They look really cute. Like, this is the art. Absolutely lovely. And the back, yeah. You've seen it before. I've used it. Used it before. So I'm just gonna shuffle. We're gonna get, let's have 3 options. I'll I'll shuffle 3 cards and we'll see. Oh god. Okay, got one. We'll shuffle 3 so we can have 3 options of what to do. I usually end my day with this. This is nothing different, so I'm just vlogging it this time. Though usually I'm on my bed doing this, but I won't get that intimate with you this time. Okay. Oh, that's my favorite. That's the reason I wanted this deck. The next card. One more card. Okay, this one wants to come out. All right. So, the 3 cards. It's literally 11:11. I kid you not, 4:44 on the clock. Wow. On the timer, Okay. The first one that came out is Ground Yourself. I'm sure we all know what that means. I've done tarot readings, so I assume some of you are spiritual. We have Connect with Your Womb. This is my favorite card in the entire deck because something about just the ovaries, like the picture of ovaries, just it brings me a lot of comfort. Probably because I'm a girl. Just like the strength of this card, of this picture, just in general. Beautiful, divine feminine. I love it. But yeah, connect with your womb. And also write a gratitude list. So those are 3 things that you have to choose from to do after this video is over. I think I'll do all 3 because I usually meditate or ground myself before I go to bed anyway. Connect with your womb, that sacral energy, that kind of deep inner knowing, and honoring yourself as well. Honoring yourself is very important. And writing a gratitude list. Write in the comments something that you're grateful for. It can be anything. It can be what you're manifesting. This is not a judgment. This is a judgment-free zone. It's late. I need to go to bed. But anyway, yeah, write something that you're grateful for. Actually, write about what you're manifesting in the comments. Write, I'm so grateful to have blank. Whatever you're manifesting, because you know the moment you want it, you have it. So, yeah. Anyway, that was fun. I'm gonna put this away now and go to bed. I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment, like, subscribe, ring the bell, because I'm gonna be here a lot more often. And I'm gonna make sure that I have at least 5 videos to post before I even post this one. So if this one's going up, it likely means I'm doing this regularly again. Anyway, Jack says, happy Halloween. Even though it's August, I don't care. Halloween is here. Halloween is my favorite holiday, but anyway. So, yeah, I'm gonna get going now. I hope you enjoyed this video, and do one of those 3 things. Do one of those 3 things for yourself today, you know? Ground, write a gratitude list, connect with your womb. Do one of those 3 things, even if you're a dude. You can still connect to your womb. You can connect to that deep, you know, inner knowing of who you are and claiming who you are. That's what that means to me. I don't really know what the guidebook says about it. I just use my intuition to read these cards. But anyway, I'm gonna get going now. Bye!